I knew a guy once. His name was Mark. He worked as a project manager in a small tech startup. The office was small, cramped. People were constantly running around trying to keep up with deadlines. Mark worked harder than anyone. He stayed late, fixed problems others couldn't, and never said no when asked for help. But his boss, Jeff, always took credit for everything. It didn't matter that Mark was the one who saved the client's project when everything was falling apart. Jeff would walk into the meeting, take the applause, and leave Mark with nothing but more work. One day, Jeff made a huge mistake. He approved a major update to the software without reviewing it properly. It was a simple error, an integration bug that would have taken the whole system down if it wasn't fixed. Everyone in the office was panicking. Mark was the only one who noticed the mistake. He knew if it went live, the company would lose the client. But no one was listening. Jeff, the boss, was too busy focusing on his next big vision, ignoring the little things that actually kept the business running. Mark didn't make a scene. Instead, he worked quietly overnight. He fixed the bug, rerouted the code, and put everything in place so that the software would run smoothly. The next morning, when Jeff checked in on the project, he was clueless about what had happened. He gave a presentation, praised the team for their hard work, and took full credit for the success. But Mark knew the truth. The next day, Mark sent a simple email, just a line of code showing exactly what had been fixed, with a brief explanation of the bug and how it had been resolved. He didn't need to shout or accuse anyone. He sent it to Jeff's boss, the company's CEO, with a little note that read, "Just making sure you're aware of the recent fix on the system integration. Everything is working fine now." It was clear, professional, and left no room for confusion. Mark didn't directly expose Jeff, but the CEO could now see the real work that had been done behind the scenes. Within hours, the CEO called Jeff into his office. The next day, Mark was promoted. Jeff, meanwhile, was given a warning, and his authority started to wane. Mark had proven that sometimes the best way to deal with a toxic work environment isn't by fighting dirty or making a scene. It's about being smart, about knowing the right moment to step back, take control, and let your work speak for itself. Mark left that job soon after, knowing he'd never let anyone walk over him again. The best revenge wasn't a confrontation, it was success.